Airbrush Medium comes in a bottle like this. It's got the gray stripe on Liquitex. A lot of Airbrush Medium and a little bit of paint. And then you have a consistency of something that feels like water. So Airbrush Medium. It's as thin as water for when you want to do drips. If you use too much water when you're doing drips, it really looks clear and faded and cloudy, which I personally like, but sometimes I want it to be bright and vibrant. And if you add too much water to acrylic, people always say it loses its binding properties and all this stuff. So acrylic Airbrush Medium is cool because it is made for acrylic. It's a binder. Watch this. Thins acrylic color mediums to a water-like state with binding properties. Extends color. Increases transparency, right? When I'm doing live art, I will put my Airbrush Medium right into my little tub of paint and I will mix it right there in my tub because I don't usually work with a palette and it's a little trickier, but watch this. Once I have it in this dropper, I can also do really cool things with it. Look at that. See how it kind of made it transparent? So cool. I love Airbrush Medium and I highly recommend using it. I wanted to show you what else Airbrush Medium does, and I also wanted to say that it dries glossy. It also makes the paint take a little longer to dry, so that's something to note if you're doing live art, okay? Or art battles. Here's something really cool I found with Airbrush Medium, just playing around with it. If I put a bunch of it out on my canvas, and this is quite a lot, always too much, that's pretty much my style. And I take like a really wet black paint, watch this. Okay, you see what the paint is doing? How cool is that? It's like moving. All right. So this is the same thing. This is golden gold mixed with water. Because I like my paint thin. Okay, now check this out. Okay, let's add more. Why not? All right. Boom. All right, now are you starting to get a feel for like how cool this is already? It's just like the gold here is traveling on its own. Can you see that? If I move it, it makes it travel. Kind of does this cool trippy drippy effect. Ready? Watch this. Watch the black. The paint travels so fast through the Airbrush Medium. I swear it travels differently than it does through water. You're gonna have to try this yourself and experiment. All right, I'm gonna let this dry because I want you to see how glossy this is and how interesting it is. Pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's dried. Okay, you can see how the painting turned out. The Airbrush Medium is definitely glossy, but it did such cool things to the paint when I was swirling it around. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.